Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Willis going to look to throw first play. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Willis with another keeper. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. They'll start the drive with Harris. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 16, Jones. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Willis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakaklo. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Harris starts makes a drive on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Willis headed left off the option, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
And some room to roam now. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way, I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Jones will sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Willis looking to throw it. That's caught by Khaled. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And Willis keeping it himself on the option. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now Jones on 1st and 10. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, here's Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Cannon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Titans had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, it's Willis. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 22.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Malik Willis with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take this down to the 33. You think about this strong safety position, and they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Jones now on 3rd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Boswell's kick is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
And here's Lewis. Oh, good return up past the 30. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He gets it left side to Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
114 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Touchdown!
Calvin Austin
from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Jones to throw on 3rd down.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They hand this off to Harris.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take it in short, steady bursts.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jones from the gun on third down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. Again, it's Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they run the option on second down. And a short gain here down to the 22. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. Now Willis to throw. Steps away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kellen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Willis going to try to run it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. Willis on third and goal. They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, this is Harris. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Willis will look to throw on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question in my...
And now here is another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but... man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 149 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here's another carry for Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Willis.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That third down conversion good for 23.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Willis to throw once more.
And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. He'll let it fly for Austin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them.
And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The shotgun snap to Willis. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry from 10 yards out. And the Titans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
3rd and goal, option right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Throwing Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Option play, Willis looking to run.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Willis looking to pass it.
And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Ready, break!
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Titans.
Malik Willis
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Titans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.